What if you missed out on a relationship because you thought it was a rebound, but it was a redirect? I'm giving you 4 R's today. When Vito and I first got together, Vito actually proposed to somebody else before he proposed to me. Am I right, babe? Yes or no? Yes or no? Don't explain it. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on now. Just hold your horses. I'm getting at.
You better tell this whole story right now. You know I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you now. You better tell it right. Don't make me.
And I knew the person he proposed to. I didn't know this until after him and I got together. When God sent Vito to me, I could have been like, So I'm option B because you proposed to her before you proposed to me. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that rhyming? And I could have been like, you know what? No, because I'm not anybody's second choice, blah, blah, blah. When you're driving down the street, you can go straight, you can go left, right, whatever. Let's say we're going straight. And God told you to make a right. You didn't want to make a right because you're familiar with going straight. Going straight, familiarity breeds content. Going straight, comfort zone. Going straight, that's what you're used to. Going straight, you're not afraid of because that's what you're accustomed to. When God tells us to do something, usually 9 times out of 10, it's gonna put a little bit of fear in you. Fear of the unknown. It's gonna test your faith. It's something that you're not comfortable with. It's something you're not familiar with. So change is difficult. When God tells you to do something, there's a change that comes with that. And sometimes people don't like the change because it don't feel good. But what if you look at it as, you know how you have your GPS on your phone and you make the wrong turn and it says what? Reroute. So you turn back around to go the right way. Although you was going straight, you were like, you know what, this wasn't this was not the right way, right direction. I see all the kind of red flags. This is not for me. Let me just go back and do what God has told me to do and then go ahead and obey. And he gives you a way of escape and he will redirect you where he had told you to go, where you didn't want to wait or you didn't want to obey or you didn't want to listen to God. That is a redirection. Although yes, he went straight to something that God didn't tell him to go, but the one that God told him to go to, he had to reroute and make the correction and redirect. One tells you God is telling you to do X, but you did Y. You corrected yourself, redirected, and you went to obey God. Rebound is when God is telling you don't do anything, but you're doing what you want to do anyway. Rebound is, I'm going to talk to this person. God didn't tell me to talk to this person, but because I don't want to be alone, because I'm afraid to be by myself, and I'm just used to being with somebody, I'm going to be with that person. They break up, and guess what? They go into the next person. The same situation, it hasn't changed. They're just with somebody else. God hasn't told this person to be with anybody. They have chose to be with whomever they want to be with. That's their choosing, not God. That's what you call rebound. You're being with someone that God didn't tell you to be with. God may be telling you to be by yourself. Be single. Be content. And you decide, no, I don't want to be single and content by myself because I don't like being by myself. So I'm going to be with this person. That person, we break up. Guess what? I'm going to find myself with another person. There's no healing in between. There's no consulting God in between. There's no direction. It's just your flesh and your flesh wants what your flesh wants. Redirection says God told you to go right, but because you are so used to going left or going straight, sometimes we can be creatures of habit and we're drawn to what we are comfortable with. So we continue to go where we're comfortable because we hate getting out of the comfort zone. God gives you a way to redirect, to obey him. So what if I would have said, obey, I don't want you because you proposed to somebody. Because I'm thinking to myself, well, he should have waited for me. He should have proposed to me and not proposed to somebody else first. But there was some gap in between. So don't think he just one day went and proposed to somebody and the next day he proposed to me. That's not how it happened. I'm just giving you a scenario. When that was you proposed to somebody else, babe? 20...
That was my girlfriend.
And 20 what? I didn't ask you. I just asked you what year.
But you got to put that in there. That was my girlfriend.
Of course, if you proposed to her, she got to be your girlfriend.
Right, okay.
They know that. They're not stupid.
Well, I don't care. You need to still say it. That was in 2000.
Anyway, it was some time.
5 to 6, something like that.
There was some time in between.
2006.
Before him and I met, and he proposed to me.
Yeah, 2006.
So it wasn't like he proposed to her, yesterday, and then proposed to me the next day. It wasn't like that.
I didn't even know Marshall like that.
I'm just saying, in general, sometimes you may think someone is coming to you out of a rebound, but it could be a redirection. Or you may think, oh, you know what? That is so sweet. He liked me. No, it's a rebound because God didn't tell him to approach you. You have to know the difference. I remember back in the day when I used to go out to the club back in the day, how many club people we used to have back in the day?
Don't stop.
And don't stop, get it. Don't stop, get with it. And back in the day, hope I don't offend anybody, but I'm talking about myself. My best friend at the time, she was, y'all call him Redbone, very light skinned back in the day. That was in.
We still call him Redbone.
So men used to approach her. At any time she would turn them down, guess what? Then they'll turn to me. You want to dance? I was like the rebound person. Oh, she said no, so you're going to ask me instead of asking me first. It's sort of like that. That's like a rebound. We have to know the difference between rebound and redirection.
And also, don't get so offended if you may feel like you're a rebound person, because that could be God, them operating in disobedience, and now they operating in obedience. You can still...
That's redirection.
You can still miss your blessing, but you still have to be in the spirit too, like to be able to know that, okay, I'm not looking at it like that. Pride can kick in,
right?
And just like you said, a person can feel that way. They can be like, well, since you didn't choose me first, I'm never mind then. And some people get like that.
Exactly.
Some people do that for real.
And that's why I say don't get it twisted, or don't get it confused. So you may think it is a rebound, but it could be a redirection. But you also want to make sure that rebounding is not what you also fall for.
Yeah.
Let's say you're in a situation where there is a rebound and you want to be in the right position. You want to make sure that, now you know what, God, you're not telling me to be with anybody. You're not telling me to redirect anybody. Now what do you want to do? You resign. So you got rebound, redirect, and now you want to resign. Resign means quitting your own agenda. That's it. Quitting your own agenda. Quitting what you think that you should be doing. Quitting what you think who you should be with. Quitting the person I think I want to be with that person, and you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and position myself. Just quit, resign. Give God the papers and say, God, I quit doing it my way and I'm ready to do it your way. The last R is restoration. Now God can restore you and then put you back on the right path where he has for you, whether that's in a relationship or doing something else outside of a relationship. At least now you have been refocused. God is redirecting you wherever that may be in life. And now that you're walking in the purpose of God, you understand the definition between rebound and redirection. And not to miss your blessing because you're thinking one looks like the other. Yep. But you also have to be in the spirit, like my baby said. You got to be in the spirit to know which one is this. Because if not, I could have easily said, no, babe, you should have proposed to me first. You should have waited for me first. When God is like, no, he's just redirecting you to go the way that I've told you to go in the first place, but you decide to do it your way.
What would be, out of all the gifts that God gives you, being single, you have a relationship with God, you're content in your relationship with God, but also no one wants to be lonely for the rest of their life. You want a husband or a wife, right?
Right.
What would be the most important gift that a single person needs to have, possess, operate? It has to be something that they do every day. What is the best gift that you can have as a child of God? I'm asking that question to some of you. What is the best gift that you think that you can have that would keep you afloat, right? Mm-hmm. That would keep you from so easily to be deceived even by your own emotions or by your own passion or by your own desire?
All right, I gave y'all a question. Also, which one of the R's are you guys in? Redirection, Rebound, resign, or restoration?
The true answer is discernment. Discernment is the gift that causes you to examine yourself. It gives you the ability to discern whether or not you are operating in your emotions, you are operating in your flesh, or if you are operating in the spirit. It protects you from giving in to the enemy who's trying to deceive you and pull you in that area of sin or in that area. If you think about it, discernment is the greatest gift when it comes to being gifted with something, because it is a protective mechanism that basically says, okay, you want to walk right in the eyes of God, right? And remember, discernment is really what helps you stay obedient. Why? Because discernment is the gift that says, don't do that because that's not God. Oh, that person who just called you on the phone, you know that was an enemy using them. To me, discernment is the most powerful gift. It helps you recognize when the enemy is trying to deceive you. Because this is how we fall. We fall with our discernment. We fall because we're not discerning. Why? Because anytime a person get comfortable and they get complacent, you know, they kind of get relaxed. What happens? Your discernment mechanism, you let that wall down. And when you let that wall down, you're not realizing that at the moment that you're letting that wall down, you're really opening up yourself to be deceived. Because now you don't have that discernment wall up anymore. But if you keep that discernment wall up and you keep it continually leveled, it's all about warning, giving you the knowledge that you need in order to see when the enemy, because that's the whole thing. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He never stops. He never stops trying to destroy you. He never stops trying to steal your faith. He never stops. I've always asked God to, now let me tell you, when you ask this, you got to be careful. I've always asked God to sharpen my discernment. Well, you know what that's going to bring. In order for your gift to be sharpened in discernment, there are going to have to be some things that has to happen.
You got to test them discernment.
You got to test that discernment. Now it comes with a price. That's what I'm saying. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was good. That was good. But in order for you to have the discernment, you have to have a relationship with God. You can't have discernment without that. Not the right type of discernment. You have to have a relationship with God so that you will know the discernment that He gives that gift to you through relationship. I just want to kind of share that with you, because sometimes we think like the world when it comes to words like rebound and not really understand the spiritual side of what it really is and what the enemy does, because he's not an originator. He's a counterfeit, and he always would take something and he would spin it to make it something negative, when God has something that's really powerful in a positive way. And that's the redirection I was talking to you about. We pray that you guys have an amazing rest of the week, and we will see you guys on the next video.
Absolutely. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out. H-Town. Peace out.